A wonderful Valley Parade welcome. When he played for Sunderland, it took Jon Stead 30 games to score his first goal. Bradford fans, though, have seen the on-loan striker score 8 this season, including in all 4 rounds of the FA Cup. Billy Knott was also a scorer at Chelsea in round 4, and he too faces his former club today. Danny Graham knows how Stead felt. He's played 19 times for Sunderland without scoring, while strike partner Stephen Fletcher hasn't found the net for 15 appearances. The onus is on them to start firing today, with Jermaine Defoe ruled out injured. With the pitch coming under great scrutiny, they've rolled it, they've done what they can with it. Groundsman Mick Doyle has worked ever so hard as ever, but it will cut up. There will be unlucky bobbles aplenty. Not played it in towards Hansen. And it's a rather scuff shot from Billy Clark wide. Bradford haven't taken long to get one away. 1 minute on the clock. Down goes Jon Stead. It's Wes Brown who got to grips with him. And it's Felipe Morais who will take the free kick for Bradford. That's where the ball's going, into that mix-up, and it's come all the way through to Clark. It's deflected. Bradford City score. Billy Clark's claiming it, but it bounded in off John O'Shea, who was helpless, as was goalkeeper Vito Manone. Hasn't that got the place rocking? 2.5 minutes. Corner allowed to bounce. O'Shea missed it in the first place. It's not going anywhere near the goal from Clark. And it is an own goal that will go against the Sunderland captain. O'Shea is keeping tabs on Hansen. Lost him for a second. And look at the bounce of that ball. Bradford City are at it again. Bradford 1, Sunderland 0. A face of thunder. Not to Clark, finding space. Fletcher loses out to Davis, who took the ball fairly, squarely, cleanly. Here's Meredith. Meredith's ball into good one, just not quite enough on it from Stead. Good ball out. Meredith had the time to take control and have a good look up. It just grazed the forehead of Stead. Say what you like about this pitch, be as disparaging as you like about football in the lower leagues. Bradford City, though, are playing some very, very good football. Derby's given it away to Bridcut. Here's Johnson. Sunderland have found their fire. Johnson in. McArdle was almost put off by Knott in front of him. There's Larson. And here's Fletcher, and the flag stayed down. Fletcher goes down. No penalty. Derby puts it out of play. There is pure disbelief. Fletcher's lurking. Might have been just offside. And I'll tell you what, that has to be a penalty. That has to be a penalty. And it has already developed into being a cracking cup tie. Proper cup tie. Johnson loses out to James Meredith. Billy Clark trying to get himself into a shooting position. He's done it. Beaten clear by Manone. He does not worry at all about a bobbly playing surface. Quite happy to get it down, run with it, and shoot when he can. Van Aanholt. Let's fly. Scooped away by Williams. Whacked away by Knott. And then by Liddell. Van Aanholt, the player who got forward to score the only goal of Sunderland's 3rd round win against Leeds. Was deflected. Might have been an even better save than it first looked from Ben Williams. Not as much football being played by either team in the second half so far. Sunderland definitely going longer more often. And that's Adam Johnson nicking in there. Sunderland go route 1. Meredith does really well. Davis steams into Stephen Fletcher. Johnson pounced upon by Meredith. Johnson forced into the error. Jon Stead sidesteps Brown, beats Manone! Massive goal for Bradford City. Edging closer to the FA Cup quarter-finals. 5 rounds of the Cup. Jon Stead has scored in all of them. The man who couldn't score for Sunderland. Somehow it was written that he would find the target today. Johnson forced into the mistake by the tireless James Meredith. Jon Stead still had a lot to do when the ball arrived at his feet. It's a lovely sidestep to leave Wes Brown down and out. And the finish under Mannone. Are Sunderland finished? It is Bradford City 2, Sunderland 0. Sunderland fans are having a go at Gus Poyet now. They're singing "It's Always Our Fault." Here's Clark finding Stead. Stead tees up, not! Straight at Mannone. Well, Gus Poyet will have heard that from the Sunderland fans loud and clear. Meredith, Stead, can't get another yet. Blazed over the bar. O'Shea caught late. That's Halliday's first involvement. Referee's seen it, but let's play go. Johnson just keeps it in. Challenged by Marais. Van Aanholt finds Alvarez. Marais was buying the dummy. Alvarez goes on and on. Corner. Sunderland should score now. They are well and truly back in the cup tie. Over from Larson, headed goalwards, but too close to keeper Williams from Wickham. Got the accuracy, couldn't generate the power. Zoko. Honeyman in to interrupt his progress. Zoko isn't too bothered about progressing downfield, though. He just wants to keep the ball, run the clock down. Count down to Bradford City celebrations. All that's left for them is the whistle and the night ahead. And there it is. Bradford City do it again. Before Chelsea, it was what if. Ahead of today, it became why not. Now, it's who's next. The Bantams reached the quarter-finals for the first time in 39 years, leaving Sunderland to, as the saying goes, concentrate on the league. And they've got an awful lot of concentrating to do. It is Bradford City's day and night again. Bradford 2, Sunderland 0.
We had to make sure that we played like the underdogs, you know, and we ran that little bit further than them, that played with that little bit more intensity, closed down quicker, made those challenges, and we did all that. You know, we made it really uncomfortable for them, which you've got to do in a cup tie like this. It was a proper old-fashioned cup tie. There's players coming off the pitch getting stitches, and it was a really good game to watch. It was a terrific advert for the FA Cup, and I'm so pleased we got through.
Proper cup tie, proper, all the style, 2 teams committed. It was always to be a mistake or a deflected shot or whatever, the difference between the 2 teams, or a decision from the referee, which is unfortunate that he got it wrong again. At that moment in time, if you get a penalty, you get a sending off because it's in front of the goalkeeper. The game changed.
Billy, I've got to ask you about the first goal first. You're not having it, are you?
I am having it, yeah. The ball's come across, it missed a few bodies, and I've hit it, like, in whether it was on target or not, you know, it's still an effort that I've had, and took a deflection, and thankfully it went in. So yeah, I'm going to claim it.
If we can keep getting home draws, I think, which is quite similar to what happened in the League Cup two years ago, was it? We got home draws, so if we can carry on getting home draws, and as you saw, a full house, the crowd get right behind us, and on our day, I think we can beat anyone at home.
Sunderland fans magnificent as always, but did you hear that they were giving you a bit of stick as well? How do you react to that? I
got no problems. I get on in my life. I think it's normal. I'm responsible. I got no issues with the fans. They should stop reading, because I think that sometimes you say what you want and you sell newspapers. Same way it gives the the company more money, they should be a little bit more clever and read carefully my words, and then they will know who is responsible, because I never hide. It's on me, always me, and at the end of the day, the one who's going to pay the price with the sack is me. So the fans can be really calm that we will try the best for the club.
Who do you fancy next? Quarter-finals of the FA Cup.
Well, I mean, I think after today we'd like another game at home. I mean, the atmosphere in here, a complete sellout, was just incredible for, you know, all the players and all their families to experience that, and all the supporters who are here today. You know, they'll remember that for a long time. So the chairman might want one of the big guns away, but I'll settle for a home tie.
Much will be and has been made of the fact that you've got a goal against Sunderland, the club you used to play for. Was that a factor in your thoughts?
I wanted to carry on, obviously, scoring in the cup competitions, and today was no different. The Sunderland support was fantastic, and our fans were as well, and it was just a great cup tie, one that should have been on the TV.
Yeah. Well, I'll think of an answer to that one.
Well, I do have an answer on that subject, and it comes from the BBC Football Management, who say the following. They had to pick their live games before the replays were played in the fourth round, and therefore couldn't be sure who Bradford would be at home to. If they had been allowed to wait, they would have chosen it. Now, you can agree or disagree with that logic. Trust me, a lot of people on social media today have disagreed with it, but that is their reasoning. The serious side of it, Martin, is that Bradford will have lost out on a lot of money with it not being live, which they could do with as a League One club. However, you think, and this is in no way trying to put a positive spin on the fact it wasn't shown live, but you think it fired everybody up.
They were cocooned today within that atmosphere, and it was them and the fans in this huge game for their football club, and they were, everyone to a man, absolutely magnificent. One of the best cup performances you'll see. The pitch was an awful pitch, but they were brilliant on it. They managed to play good football, and somehow I think it galvanised them, an extra cause. Listen, they'll be on the television in the next round, and I mean, they were great value today. I
mean, do you think it created a siege mentality? I mean, we heard them chanting, "Are you watching BBC?" Do you think that helped?
The fans were like a 12th man. But I would say just the fact that Jon Stead has mentioned it in the post-match interview means that possibly it was in their mind anyway. And I think it added a bit of fuel to their fire.
OK. Well, we've given the reasons. Let's move on to Bradford themselves, because as well as the passion, as well as the fan, we'll get on to how well they played as well in just a moment. They did need a little bit of luck, as highlighted by the first goal.
Yeah, you always need luck in this competition. I mean, look at this ball here. It hits almost a manhole in the box, and then it comes off O'Shea, doesn't know anything about it. If we look at it here, I mean, Billy Clark would take this goal off him. He was magnificent.
He says he wasn't sure whether it was on or off target.
This is going to hit the steward there, look, just behind. And O'Shea doesn't know anything about it. And it's a fantastic start for them. But it was what they deserved. They really went at Sunderland in those opening exchanges.
Luck with the opening goal, luck that they didn't concede a penalty not long after?
Yeah, I think so. I think you look at it, we've had the obviously fortune of seeing it many times, but I think Kevin Friend got this one wrong. Larson takes a shot from the edge of the box.
He's onside.
He's definitely onside Fletcher there, as we can see. Good touch, gets turned. I think he takes a little bit too long with the ball, but I think Rory McCrory, the defender there for Bradford, definitely comes through him. McCardle, should I say. Definitely comes through him, and he takes the ball, but he obviously takes the man as well first. And
it's a foul. It should have been a penalty, no doubt.
And could it have been a red card as well?
Yeah, perhaps.
I think Rory McCrory is a character in Balamory. Let's give Bradford praise for how they played. So I know you were both impressed with their movement, with their short passing, but also their ability to read the game and mix it up as well.
We talked about the difficult surface, but you have to have ability and technique. And at times, I mean, their game management and the way that they pass the ball was really outstanding. Look at that for a pass there, Little. Starts it off. They're nice and patient here. Moraes is going at the fullback. He recognises he has to come out. No one's taking any risks. When they lose the ball, they very quickly get it back again. This is a team that's well oiled. Look at the quality in that pass. Difficult down the line. Again, they're patient, and it's a really nice build-up. They just ball that comes inside. Again, there's disguise on this pass. Look at this. Shows them the eyes, and inside they're nice and calm.
Yeah, and it's a good ball into Stead. Good movement off the ball again. But they're keen to get the ball back quickly. As you can see here, Holiday gets the ball back. Great combativeness in there. Plays it back. Yeah. Now it's too tight to play the short game, so they play it long Good run from Stead again into them areas.
That's a quality ball. I mean,
great ball. It's not just a lump. It's a good ball into a good area. Stead gets hold of the ball, and again, ball? He's in the box there. You know, with the ball at his feet, it's not a great position for the defender to have to defend.
People talk about should it be the long ball or the short ball? Play the right ball. And that's what they did today, 9 times out of 10. First class.
Yeah, Sunderland fans will be saying, well, hang on, we've got Premier League players here. Why didn't we play like Bradford did? Do you think in the build-up to it, all this talk about the pitch meant they thought they couldn't play like that?
No, I just think they didn't adapt to the pitch. They didn't adapt to the conditions. I think the fans created a fantastic atmosphere. I think Bradford were well up for the game. I think you could question whether they were really up for the game, the Sunderland players. For me, they didn't look like they were. You look at Parkinson's interview afterwards, he was saying how much they ran further than the Sunderland players. I agree, they looked like they were hungry for the win.
Parkinson's doing a fantastic job, by the way, and they're really getting a reputation as a great cup side.
As Guy said to Gus Poyet there, that there were chants aimed at Poyet from the Sunderland fans during that game. Afterwards, he has blamed the media, saying he's been misrepresented by the media in quotes about the fans. This season, as you can see by that graphic, hasn't gone as well for him. Once a rift starts to appear between fans and manager, do you start to worry?
Very difficult. I mean, the game against QPR, the last game they played in the league, they started really badly, got beat 2-0. Again, they started badly here. The fans are getting on the manager.
I think it was a defining moment. We'll have to see if he stays in the job. But he was intelligent afterwards. He didn't attack his players, and he wants them on side for the, you know, it's going to be a tough now rest of the season. That's a huge blow to him.
But you're looking at that from a player's point of view, aren't you? A fan would look at it and say, well, we want to feel some confidence from you. It's not just about protecting players.
I think he's demonstrating that he knows the buck stops with him. Yeah. He's, you know, it's time to stop blaming everybody else. He's blaming the fans. He can't come out and blame the players as well. He's got to take responsibility. If he gets the necessary results, he stays in the job.
They've got big games coming up. They've got West Brom, Manchester United, Hull and Villa. They need a response from the players. The manager needs the players on side.
OK.